I have accepted the somewhat unenviable task of trying to explain how families are affected by the loss of a loved one to suicide. I can do that because we lost our daughter that way. Words are inadequate, but try to imagine the most gut-wrenching, unbearable, utter feeling of despair and helplessness you've ever known, and then multiply that by, say, 100. Imagine what a difference a vulnerability index that identifies suicide at a very early age could make to the lives of such children and their families. So we intend to make the University of WA the world centre of excellence for the early identification and subsequent treatment of very young children who could otherwise become suicidal in later life. Imagine if we can do for youth suicide what Dr. Jonas Salk did for polio.
WA's record of youth suicide is at an all-time high, and data suggests that the leading cause of unexpected death amongst teenagers is suicide. There's an extensive research base surrounding this, we know that already, but there's less understanding about who is most vulnerable and at risk from a very early age. As an educator of students, you can imagine this is very important for us to think about. UWA has an important role in influencing social attitudes and awareness about suicide and mental illness. We strongly believe that each life lost tragically to suicide can be prevented, and that the creation of this developmental vulnerability index will help move the needle on this serious public health problem.
I honour the Wass family for being so heavily involved in this issue after such a tragic occurrence in your family. But your love for our community means that others will be saved and will go on to make an extraordinary contribution to this wonderful community in which we live.